the FNTV team is heading out on an epic journey. From our secret base in Brighton all the way to Barcelona. We're travelling 1,000 miles by road and rail with a dog. No planes, no pains.
Welcome to the Unimog 404. Top speed of at least 45 miles an hour. It's been heavily modded. We've got the altimeter for going up mountains, various switches which do things some of which I'm not really sure of. We've got the oxygen regulator for the extreme high altitudes. There is a bit of a design flaw, which is no windows, which does make it quite chilly for this kind of project. Well, we are going to MWC 25 in Barcelona, which is the world's biggest telecommunications show, and it's really all about 5G. So I thought, what better way to see if 5G is available than driving there and keeping an eye on the phone and see whether we've got 5G signal or not.
Our first leg takes us to the Eurostar terminal in King's Cross, London.
We haven't broken down yet, which is remarkable given that we're driving a 62-year-old German Unimog army vehicle. But yeah, I think it's going quite well. You know, in the old days, to do a broadcast production like this, you would have had to have several tons of equipment, some huge trucks, gigantic cameras, 25 people. Now, because the cameras are 5G native and the quality is controlled using the 5G slicing over the bandwidth, I mean, you can just do this with a handful of people, and that's really what we're proving out here as well. I do actually have a signal. I've got a 4G signal, not a 5G signal, but that's still pretty good given that we are 400 feet under sea level in the channel, in between, halfway on our journey between the UK and Paris. But the Channel Tunnel actually has another interesting comm story. They're running the communications cables between the UK and Europe through it, which is important because it means they're not lying on the bottom of the sea where they could be hacked or dragged or cut by any of our enemies. So there's a big strong security angle. The Russians can't get to it, the Chinese can't get to it, the Americans I suppose now wouldn't be able to get to it.
We're headed to Mobile World Congress, but the real highlight will be watching Barcelona take on Real Sociedad on Sunday afternoon. Will we make it? Does anyone care? Well, that's it for part 1 of our travelogue. Join us next time for what critics are already calling part 2.